Begin to engage your Ujjayi Pranayama breath. Notice that your breath sounds like waves. Enhance that sound since your face is to the mat. And you may not keep it this loud throughout your whole practice, but just get it going here. Fire that up. With your torso low, walk both hands off the mat to the right. Hands may set down next to each other, or place your left hand on top of the right. Press your left sit bone down towards the heel. 3 rounds of breath here. Your torso will stay low, and walk your hands through center and over off to the left. Perhaps hand next to hand, or right hand on top of the left. Walk your hands back through center, and come to a tabletop. Once you're in your tabletop, knees underneath the hips, hands are as wide as the shoulders. On an inhale, reach your right hand straight up towards the sky. Take big circles with that right arm, go clockwise, and then counterclockwise. One more big circle with the arm. Inhale, reach the fingertips to the sky. And on your exhale, thread the needle, right arm underneath your left armpit. Come down to the outer edge of your right shoulder. And breathe here. Notice the twist in the thoracic spine. And notice the space in the shoulder. It may be tight. Press into your left hand. Inhale, reach the right fingertips to the sky. And on your exhale, soften the right hand down. We'll take it on the opposite side. Inhale, reach the left fingertips to the sky. And breathe well as you take big, gigantic circles in one direction. And now take the circles in the opposite direction. One more big circle. Inhale to extend the fingers to the sky. Your exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right armpit and come down to the left shoulder. 3 breaths here. Press into your right hand. Inhale, reach the left fingertips skyward. Your exhale, tabletop. 2 hands on the ground, 2 knees underneath you. A couple more rounds of cow and cat. Inhale, cow. Lower the belly towards the earth as the tailbone and the gaze lift up towards the sky. Exhale, cat. Dome the upper back, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Find a neutral spine, and you will extend the right foot behind you. Press the ball of the right foot into the mat. Find the place where you get the friction, so you lengthen through the calf. You might find that you get the grip better if your foot is actually off your mat and on the surface that you happen to be practicing on today. For more heat, hover the left knee. You're here for 3 breaths. Lower the left knee down if you happen to pick it up. And then on your next inhale, lift up the right heel so it's equal with the right hip. Your exhale, right knee to right tricep. Your inhale, you will extend the right leg straight back, then touch the foot down off the mat to the left and press the toes into the ground, just like we did before. So you should notice this stretch on the right side body. For more length, plant your fingertips a little bit closer to the top left corner of your mat. Breathe into the right side body. Return your hands underneath your shoulders. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Breath and movement, inhale, swim the right toes off the mat to the left, touch them down. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. One more time, inhale, touch the right toes down off to the left. Exhale, knee to tricep. Keep the knee to the tricep. Lift the knee up 1 inch higher. Feel the core engage. Big inhale. And on your exhale, you'll step the right foot in between the hands and come up for your low lunge. We'll start with our hands on the thigh. So notice when you lift the pubic bone up and drop the tailbone down, you'll create more sensation on the left side body. Sink into your right knee just slightly. Does not have to be a big, long lunge. Pulse back and forth. Notice a sensation in the left quad. Discomfort under the right knee, double up your mat or put a towel under there. Your next inhale, arms up to the sky. A few rounds of breath here. Notice when you lower your tailbone down, you can lift up through your heart just a little more. Rotate the pinkies inward so your shoulders are soft and away from the ears. Take an inhale to prepare. Your exhale, open arm twist to the right. We'll breathe here in the open arm twist. See if you can adjust your chest a little bit more open towards the right. Pick up your left hand behind you or your right hand behind you. One more round of breath. Inhale, unwind, reach your hands to the sky. And on your exhale, half splits. Straighten through the right leg. Grab blocks or books if you have them, so that you can keep your chest upright. Right toes point towards the sky. Get more breath into the hamstring. Have a look at your hips and notice that your left knee is directly underneath your left hip. And if it's not, widen or shorten your stance. Feel free to walk your hands forward. We're here for 3 more breaths. Bend into your right knee on an inhale. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. Breathe here. Make sure your back heel is stacked over your back toes. Find length through the cervical spine. Press the crown of the head away from your shoulders. Remove the blocks out from underneath your hands if you have them. And on your inhale, 3-leg dog. Send the right leg up behind you. Open up your hip in any amount. Option to bend the knee. You can also stay in tabletop for this. The left knee can be on the ground. One more round of your breath. And then find your downward facing dog. 2 feet on the mat. Pedal out the feet here. A couple of rounds. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, hover the knees above the mat. We're here for 3 breaths. 2. And 1. Lower the knees down to the mat. Find your tabletop. From here, you will press the ball of the left foot in the mat behind you. Find that grip, that friction to stretch the calf. Good. Option to hover the right knee for more heat. If you lifted the knee, lower that down. Inhale, pick up that right foot behind you. And on your exhale, find your side body stretch. You can walk your hands up to the right corner of your mat and get more length on the left side body. It's a little awkward position. Just find the spot where you feel this most on that left outer hip. One more round of breath. Take an inhale to prepare. Your exhale, left knee, left tricep. Breath and movement, inhale, swim the toes back, touch them down off the mat to the right. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, swim it back, touch the toes down off the mat. Last one, exhale, knee to tricep. Hold the knee towards the tricep, breathe. Lift that knee up just slightly more. And then step the left foot in between the hands. Gentle lift. Interlace your fingers above that left thigh. Take a moment to find the most length in your body. Knit the ribs in. Next inhale, reach up. Couple breaths here. Notice the arch in the spine, waking up. Inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Good. See that you can spin open 1 more millimeter. Pick up your hands just slightly. Perhaps your gaze is towards your hand behind you. 1 more round of breath. Your inhale, unwind, reach towards the sky. Your exhale, hands to the ground, frame your left foot, tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. Breathe here. Notice that all 10 toes are pointing forward. See if you can pick up your heel behind you just slightly. Press into the big toe behind you. From here, lower your right knee right back down to the ground and find your half splits. I bet your hamstrings on this side were saying, we cannot forget about this side. So in your half splits, take a look down at your right knee and make sure it's directly underneath your right hip. Your hands can frame the left leg, but if you prefer to walk your hands to the right or the left and give a different stretch, feel free to do that too. Make sure the left toes point up towards the sky. You want the maximum stretch here. 1 more breath. Your next inhale, here we go, bend into the knee, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and on your inhale, 3-leg dog, send the left leg up, open up your hip in any amount. Equal weight in both hands, square the chest off towards the top of the mat. Take your movements, and then find downward facing dog. Left foot meets right. Find that your feet are about hip width distance at the back of your mat. Always able to keep the knees bent. Lower the chest through the biceps. Shake the head out, release tension in the neck. Inhale, hover your knees above the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more of those. Inhale, lower the knees almost all the way down to the mat. Exhale, down dog. 1 more. Inhale, hover. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze at the top of your mat. And as you exhale, tiptoe your feet up to meet your wrists, forward fold ragdoll. Allow the knees to be bent or straight, however much your hamstrings can handle. And grab opposite shoulders, let the upper body be heavy. 3 breaths. Release your hands down to the mat. Bring the toes in, closer to touch, a sliver between the heels. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. 2 more of those. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Lots of length in the spine. 1 more time. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, deep fold. Inhale, rise. Reach your hands to the sky. On your exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, center, unwind, reach to the sky. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, unwind, reach up. Exhale, cactus. Keep your arms in cactus. Find your triceps or parallel to the earth underneath you. Good. Knit the ribs in. Lift the pubic bone up. Take an inhale. Your exhale, twist to the right with the cactus arms. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. So we're going to take this several rounds. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Move at this at your own pace. We're gonna take this for about 10 seconds. You may wanna move faster. Big exhales as you twist. Big inhales in center. That's 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Whoop, there's 3. 2. And 1. Come back to center. Hold the cactus in the arms. Your arms should be getting kind of tired here. That's what we're hoping for. And I'll turn to face you. Extend your arms straight out from your shoulders. And we're going to take circles inward for 10 seconds. There's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Backwards, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach both arms up and overhead. Your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Your exhale, vinyasa in any amount. You may skip this and or anything and meet in downward facing dog. Lower halfway down, elbows to the ribs. Inhale for your upward facing dog or modify for your baby cobra. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Couple of rounds of breath here. Your next inhale, lift your right leg high. Your exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Your inhale, rise, high crescent lunge. So similar to low lunge, and now we're setting up for our flow. Let's start with our hands on that thigh. Focus on the lower body and the release. Make sure your back heel is lifted above your back toes. And from here, we'll bring our hands to heart center. So this is just a simple move. We'll take an inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, hands at heart center. So you'll see all the movement is coming from your glutes. Hands down to the ground. Inhale, heart center. 3 more. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, hands, heart center. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, heart center. Then we'll pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. We're here for the first time in high crescent. So see that you can breathe deeply, 3 breaths. Sink into that right knee. Your inhale, exalted warrior. So the chest squares off towards the top of the mat and your left arm reaches straight up. Bend into your right knee. Take an inhale to prepare. Your exhale, warrior 2. Simple spin open towards my voice. Your 5 toes on the right foot point forward. And your left toes point towards the camera, or depending on where your camera is set. Find that 90-degree difference between your feet. And sink into your right knee just a little bit more. Good. Inhale, reverse your warrior, breathe here. Reach the right shoulder close to the ear, but soften it. Gaze may be up towards the sky or down towards the ground if there's neck discomfort. Big inhale here. Exhale your hands to the ground, frame your right foot. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Lift the right leg high, second opportunity to open up the hip. Just 2 more breaths. Now, friends, option, vinyasa with the leg lifted, or skip it all together and see you in down dog. If you go for the Ekapada Chaturanga version, be a little bit more shoulder and arm strengthening for you today. Opposite side, here we go. Inhale your left leg high. Your exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Inhale, rise. Place your hands on your thigh. 2 more breaths. Hands at heart center. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, hands heart center. Exhale, hands to the ground. 3 more. Inhale, hands heart center. Exhale, ground. Inhale, hands heart center. Exhale, ground. Inhale, hands at heart center, then pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Sink into your left knee. Spin open from your thoracic spine, your mid-back. See that you can open up your left shoulder just a little bit more. Inhale, exalted warrior. Right fingertips point skyward and your chest readjusts so it is square to the top of your mat. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Settle in, breathe well. They say that warrior 2, your front hand is pointing towards the future and your back hand is pointing towards the past. And what's right here, your body is in the present moment. Breathe well. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the left knee bent. Right hand can rest on the thigh or come around for your half bind. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground. Frame your left foot. Your inhale, 3-leg dog. Lift the left leg high, open up your hip, and any amount. Level off your hip, down dog kick, and flow through your vinyasa in any amount. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. All right, friends, that's our sequence to start off our flow. Breath and movement, I'll lead the way. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, hands to the ground, just that once. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, pulse just once. Inhale, reach up, point to the sky. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, reverse warrior. Spin your back foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Exhale, hands to the ground, frame your right foot. Inhale, 3-leg dog, lift the right leg high. Then vinyasa in any amount. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, dip just once. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the ground, frame your left foot. Inhale, 3-leg dog, and vinyasa. We'll see you in downward facing dog. All right, friends, you may take child's pose or one more time on each side. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step right foot between the hands. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, hands heart center. Exhale, dip the back knee. Inhale, reach up, high crescent. Exhale, open arm twist right. Inhale, warrior 2. Or inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground. Frame your right foot. Inhale, right leg lifts. Vinyasa in any amount. One more side, here we go. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, Step the left foot between the hands. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, back, hands at heart center. Exhale, dip your back knee. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, spin open, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands to the ground, frame your left foot. Inhale, 3-leg down. Vinyasa in any amount. From your downward facing dog, you're welcome to rest here or add some more heat. So options, down dog, child's pose for rest, or come down to forearm plank. Once you get into forearm plank, interlace your fingers. Here's another option to stay here, or an option for left knee, left tricep, right knee, right tricep. We'll do it 10 tens on each side, starting now. 9. Big exhales as you lift your knee towards the tricep. That's 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. We'll lower all the way down to the belly. Let your hands rest on opposite sides of your hips, and let your right cheek come to the mat, and breathe into the back body. And then from here, reach the palms behind you. Bring your mouth or chin or forehead back to the mat first, so there's length in the back of the spine. Then on your inhale, you'll lift the arms, float the legs, banana shape with the body. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the forehead down to the mat. Put your left cheek to the mat. Gaze in the opposite direction. And shimmy your hips from side to side. Option to take that deeper, or simply have your palms face each other behind you. You may interlace your fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift up the feet, banana shape in the body. Inhale. 2 more breaths. Unclench your teeth for your last round of breath, and then lower your forehead down to the mat. Plant your hands on opposite sides of your shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift your knees. Inhale. And on your exhale, push yourself up to high plank. Always an option to use the knees to get there. Hold your high plank, or tap knee to tricep. Just 10 more. That's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your high plank, big inhale. Your exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze at the top of your mat. Exhale, travel forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, point up towards the sky. Exhale, your arms to cactus. Take an inhale in cactus. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Just those one time on each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa or downward facing dog. All right, friends, returning to our flow and adding on. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale your hands to heart center. Exhale your hands to the ground. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, hover your back knee. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach it back. Your exhale, extended side angle. Here's where we add on, friends. Inhale to surfer squat. So get down slowly
I know we have a few of us with tight hamstrings, so this is our opportunity to get really, really deep into them. Keep your right toes pointed up towards the sky. Yeah, and bring your hands to blocks or the ground. For more of a challenge, hands at heart center. If you want to add on from here, you may extend your left hand past your left knee, right arm high. Perhaps right hand to left hip crease, maybe the full bind around the shin. 5 more breaths. Release the bind if you have it. Hands come to the ground. Inhale, lift the hips up. And on your exhale, find a wide leg forward fold. Adjust your feet as necessary to protect your knees. And from here, you can go back to that Skandasana surfer squat. Shift your weight from side to side. Simply bend down to each knee. You can interlace your hands at the nape of your skull and create length through the spine. One more round of breath. And release your hands down to the ground. Bend both knees to protect them as you walk your hands to the top of the mat. So all 10 toes point forward, your right knee is bent. Your inhale, standing splits. Flex the left toes, excuse me. Breathe well here. So from here, friends, we'll take an inhale, exhale, Shiva squat, then inhale, press up one leg to Tadasana, the left knee lifts. And if you need to take a couple of steps to get there, that's okay. It's a lot of strength in that right leg. From here, we're going to inhale, open up the left hip. Exhale, close the left hip. 2 more breath and movement, your pace, really isolate that left glute. Inhale, open the hip. Exhale, close. 1 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Take a big inhale here. Your exhale, standing figure 4, breathe well. So we have some options, friends. Standing figure 4, your balance challenge today. Find something that's not moving. If you want to go deeper, hands come to the ground or your blocks. We're gonna move these blocks out of the way today. If you want to play around with the arm balance, I need a lot more room. I gotta shimmy myself back on my right foot. So with the arm balance, bend your right knee and you're gonna get the crux of your left foot to wrap behind your right tricep. Then your left knee will come to your left tricep. Look at the ground in front of you versus straight down. And it's because I'm talking that my foot won't lift. And see if you can play with lifting that foot. 3 more breaths. Woo! And if you went for the arm balance, or at least the fold, come up and see if you can keep yourself in that figure 4. Woo! Inhale, one leg to Tadasana. And on your exhale, you'll step the left foot behind you off the mat, really similar to that tabletop. Yes, there it is. We're here for 3. Just 2. And 1. From here, begin to straighten your legs. So the left leg will still be behind the right. So you're standing with your right leg over your left. Inhale, reach both hands up towards the sky. Grab your left wrist. And on your exhale, side body stretch over to the right. We'll be here a couple breaths. See that you can lengthen your left arm out from your shoulder. You can even step that left foot a little further off your mat. Big side body stretch. Inhale. Step your left foot next to the right. Release your wrist. Point to the sky. Exhale, cactus. Take an inhale. Exhale to the right with cactus arms. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Extend your arms straight out from your shoulders, just like the beginning of class. Circle 10. Forward 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, both hands up and overhead. Bend your right elbow, grab it with your left hand. And your exhale, side body stretch over to the left. We'll be here 3 breaths. Class goes by so fast with you guys. We just have the left side to go after this, and then it's all downhill from there. Inhale, point to the sky, release the elbow. Exhale, bend your left elbow, grab it with the right hand, side body stretch to your right. 3 breaths here, friends. Inhale, release the elbow, point to the sky. Your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Vinyasa, and any amount. We'll see you in down dog. As promised, just that left side to go. You guys ready? You ready? Okay, good. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, hands right back down to the ground. You guys can feel that in your left glute, right? Okay, good. Bring your hands back to center on your inhale. Exhale, dip your back knee. Inhale, high crescent lunge, reach straight up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, spin open, reverse your warrior. Your exhale, extended side angle, just that once. Inhale, surfer squat, back of the mat, your right knee bends. All right, friends, a little moment. So, hands on the ground or hands at heart center. You can extend your right hand past your right knee and lift the left arm high. There's another option. More options for playtime. Left hand to right hip crease, or perhaps that full bind around the shin, opening the shoulder, getting length in the hamstring. 3 breaths. Release binds, hands on the mat. Inhale, lift the hips, adjust the feet for your wide leg forward fold. And if that surfer squat was doing you so good, you can go right back to it. You can shift to the top of the mat, take the opposite leg. If you're loving the forward fold and just want to hang out here, grab onto the ankles. And maybe if you want a tripod headstand, this is a great way to get into your inversion. Or simply find your fold and relax. 3 breaths. Interlace the hands behind you, drop the fists overhead. So many options. Remembering that body scan from the beginning of practice. And using that scan to let you know where you need to find your depth in your breath. It is so fun talking to you guys upside down, just like this. We'll bring it to an end here. Release your hands down to the ground, bend your knees, and walk your hands so they frame your left foot at the top of the mat. In your time, when you are ready, find your standing splits, right leg lifts. 3 breaths here. Take an inhale. Exhale, squat, bend those knees. Your inhale, press up, one leg Tadasana, your right knee will lift. Take a moment to collect your breath and find your balance. It's a pretty good move. I don't know about you guys, but you get a little dizzy when you stand up like that. It's just all part of the fun, right? Big inhale. Exhale, open up that left knee. You're feeling all of this in that hip joint and the right glute. Exhale, back to one leg Tadasana. 2 more. Inhale, open the hip. Exhale, close the hip. Inhale, open the hip. Exhale, close it. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, figure 4. Breathe here. And we need some more space on this mat. There's something about my whole mat that when I do an arm balance, if I'm going to fall, I want to fall on my mat versus off of my mat. So that's why I step back. And it's also just kind of a fun yoga dance. See if we can do it. Okay, all right. Ready? Stay right here. Enjoy the standing asana, or go for your fold.
Ooh, that's a big fold in the hip on this side for me. Talk about hamstrings feeling like steel cables. My right hip is feeling like a steel cable. All right, so if you're going for the arm balance, the crooks of your right foot will come to your left tricep, and your right knee will come to your right tricep. And dome the upper back, breathe. Ooh, this is my side today. Woo-hoo! That hip, 3 more breaths.
And then the fun part is coming right back up to standing. It's kind of like that standing splits to one leg Tadasana. Woo! I can hear Corey going, we didn't want to do leg day. I'm just kidding. All right, friends. Inhale, one leg Tadasana, lift that right knee. Your exhale, step the right foot off the mat behind your left knee. So the wider the stance, the more pressure on the knees, the shorter the stance, the less pressure. Find that space that works for you. Stand upright. One more round of breath. And then you're simply going to begin to straighten those legs. I just brought my right foot inwards a bit. So the left foot is in front and the right foot's in back. Both hands high on an inhale, grab your right wrist and take your side body stretch to the left. 3 breaths. Inhale, release the wrists, unwind the legs. Exhale, cactus. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center, extend your arms. Tiny circles forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite direction, backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach both arms up and overhead. Your exhale, forward fold, swan dive down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Vinyasa in any amount. From your downward facing dog, inhale your right leg high. Your exhale, slowly transition to your half pigeon. Your right knee behind your right wrist. I know you all know figure 4 by now, especially from the standing perspective and from class before, or classes in the past. So if you feel like you would rather take figure 4, just flip onto your back. So I want you, if you're in pigeon, look over your right shoulder. My ponytail is in the way. And make sure you can see your toes just in the peripheral vision of your right eye. And that means your leg is straight back from your hip. If you can't see that foot at all, then you want to bring that left leg inwards towards the center line of your mat. So find your fullest expression, whether you stay on your palms or you come down to your forearms or something in between, maybe with the blocks. I finally brought my blocks down. Really glad to have them. Open up your jaw as wide as you can. Stretch your nose and stretch your face. Take that body scanner that you used in the beginning of practice, that laser that's cross-sectioning from the crown of your head down to your toes, and find that area that's tight. It's probably your hip. See if you shimmy from side to side. Find big exhales that you can soften and release resistance in this hip. We're here 5 more breaths. So a little different than how we normally get out of these. You will
press into your palms, and then slide your left knee forward until it's underneath you, and then send the right leg straight back so you're in a tabletop. Shake out your right leg, take the movements that you would in downward facing dog. And then just like the beginning of class, take an inhale, and on your exhale, you'll touch the right toes off your mat to the left, stretch the outer hip. 3 breaths. And then find a tabletop. Right knee next to the left, tuck your toes, inhale. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. Take the opposite side. Inhale your left leg high. Open up your hip for as long as you like. And on your exhale, half pigeon. Left knee behind left wrist. Hi.
Angela?
Can you just leave it right there for me?
Yes, you can.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
You too. So you may find that on this side, you want to take figure 4. Perhaps you want to stay right here in your pigeon. Thank you everybody for your patience with a Amazon delivery. It's one of those present moment anchors, just to remind us that we're here now. This side, rock your jaw, this time, rock your jaw from side to side, so you notice it loosen. Take a big inhale through the nose, and on your exhale, flutter your lips. Next 5 breaths, become very soft. Come back to your palms. And just like before, you'll slide your right knee forward until it's underneath your right hip, and then send the left leg back behind you. And give that left leg a shake, the movements that you would normally take in your 3-leg dog. And then touch the left toes down off the mat to the right. Good. One more round of breath. And then return to your tabletop and tuck your toes and sit back onto your heels. And I'm going to turn to face you guys. If it's too much to be on the toes, just feel free to untuck them, but we're doing everyone's favorite arch stretching pose, fire toes pose. We'll take our minds off of it. So grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. I want your thumb and your middle finger to wrap around that right wrist. Then make a fist with your right hand, circles in one direction, and now circles in the opposite direction. Good. We're more than halfway there. Not even thinking about the arches of the toes of the feet, right? They're just fine. They're not even warm yet. Opposite side. Left hand. Take your middle finger on your right hand and connect it with the thumb on your right hand. And then circles with your left wrist. One direction, and then the opposite direction. Good. Woo! We're almost done there, friends. Bring your hands down to the ground, untuck your toes, tap the top of your feet to the mat, then sit onto your heels, toes are pointing behind you, and lift your knees, stretch the top of your feet. Good. From here, come down to your knees, swing your legs around, extend them straight out in front of you, zip up your legs, and then roll all the way down to your back. Once you get down to your back, bend your knees, stamp your feet right behind your sit bones, prepare for bridge. Inhale, lift the hips and interlace your hands underneath you, shimmy your shoulders underneath, press the back of your arms into the mat. 3 big breaths. And then lower yourself all the way back down to the mat, release your hands. We'll take another round of bridge. If you prefer full wheel, you plant your hands on opposite sides of your ears and you press up
I'll take bridge with you guys once again. Lift the hips, interlace the hands. 3 full breaths. Release your hands and then lower your tailbone all the way down to the mat. Press your knees together and spread your feet as wide as they'll go, possibly to the outer edges of the mat. And then goal post your arms, so it's as if you're in cactus, but your arms are on the ground. Then let your knees drop over to the right and gaze towards your left arm. You may find that if you add your right heel just above your left knee, gives you an additional side body stretch. And your 5 breaths. Release the heel from the knee, and then you'll windshield wiper both of the knees over towards the left. Stay right here, or take your left heel just above your right knee. 5 breaths. Take your gaze towards your right arm. Remove the heel from the knee, and then send both knees up towards the sky, and then both feet up towards the sky. Point and flex the ankles, wiggle the toes, support the back of your legs with your hands. Give the hamstrings a really big massage here. You will notice they probably still feel like steel cables, that's okay. And if shoulder stand is in your practice, and you prefer to do that, please feel free. One more round of breath. From here, happy baby friends, bend your knees. Grab the knife edge of each foot with the hand. You may rock from side to side. See that you can tuck your chin in just slightly, creating length through the back of the spine. Notice if that made any adjustments. If there are any other asanas that you feel that you need to complete your practice, you're more than welcome to take it now. Otherwise, hug your knees in towards your chest. Create a sensation of tension from eyelids to toe tips. Sip in all the air that you can. And find your shavasana, your corpse pose, your conscious relaxation.
I'm going to guide you through a little bit more breath work this evening through your meditation. So allow yourself to get very, very comfortable here. Perhaps starfish on your mat, meaning spread your arms and legs as far apart as you can, take up space. And as with the beginning of practice, the scanning, which we're focusing on today in class, that self-awareness. Take that scan from the crown of your head all the way down to your toes and fingertips, and notice what's tight. And notice what's soft. As we do our breath work here, see that you can send that sensation of soft to those areas that still feel a little hard. It may be an energetic spot of your body that's hard. It doesn't necessarily have to be a physical part. Inhale for the count of 5. Hold for 5. Exhale for 5. Hold your exhale for 5. Inhale for 6. Hold for 6. Exhale 6. Hold the exhale for 6.
Inhale for 7. Hold for 7. Exhale for 7. Hold for 7 on your exhale. Keep it empty, keep it empty. Now take a big inhale through your nose, fill up. Exhale out your mouth, let go of everything that's not serving you. Let that tension go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it escape. Now begin to breathe normally as you would. And we're going to take 1 more minute of your Shavasana with your normal breath. I'll let you know when it's time to come back. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, invite movement back into your body. And roll onto your favorite side in a fetal position. Use your arm as a pillow. And push yourself to a seat. And bring your palms together in front of your heart. Take a moment to realize that every time you do a body scan and you pay attention to your internal being, it forces you to stop thinking about those incessant thoughts. I call them little monkey thoughts. Those thoughts that are bouncing around about the future and the past. So when you find yourself feeling stressed or tense, get outside of your head and into your body. Take that body scan. Notice the areas of the body that are tight and soft, and see if you can transfer some of that soft to the tight. Just let it go and relax, release resistance. So honored and humbled to guide you all with gratitude. Namaste.